Oh, fuck. Shit. Oh, I already forgot it. Oh, no.
We're already live, dog.
It's too late. Oh, no.
What'd you want to do?
I got it. No, it's cool. We're live. We're live.
No, we're live, man.
We'll do it live.
Fuck it. Let's do it live. Let's do it live.
I know it's in here. I just got to find it.
Don't worry about it, man. We got 0 viewers, so it's okay.
You always go off of that number. It's not real. Welcome everybody to It Doesn't Matter.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
Is anybody listening actually right now? His investment's tied up in that drank formula that he sells at 7-Eleven.
I love this thing. Takes me time.
It's purple drank. He was really good looking in high school. Right, exactly.
This is
You need like a video montage to go along with the, right?
Yeah, that's something we can probably work on. You know who does like a great like intro video is that show that I'm making you pay for, Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast.
Yeah.
Their producer is like a silly like video editor too, and he always does like a wacky new bit every week.
Really?
No, we shouldn't do
cool.
one every week because
We'll get there. We're on
way too much work.
episode 5. Welcome everybody to episode 5 of It Doesn't Matter. I'm excited about today's show, dude.
Yeah, me too. And you guys let us know in the comments if our mics are too hot. We've been adjusting the levels, but the program we're using, we can't see the levels at all. So we were just talking about that a couple of minutes ago before the show. Like, we don't know if I'm too hot. Way too hot.
Or it's just flexed into the camera. Dude, come on.
Or if Othello's too low or, what have you. So just let us know if it sounds good from your end.
O's volume is a little lower than Short's. All right. Yeah, that's what I figured.
Okay.
People
So
always
let me
say
turn
I
mine down.
don't project enough. So I'll work on that. I got, fucking kids upstairs and shit. I'll try to be louder. Or maybe you could just turn your mic down. I don't know.
Yeah, I just did. Hey, dude, your levels are too hot, dude.
It's good to see you, man. It's good to, what I like about the show is that, we fly.
Is that I annoy you all week long and then we finally get to do it and I can shut up for a couple of days?
Yeah, I mean, that's not something that I like about this show. But, but yeah, what I like about it is you and I have like this shared notes page, and we just add topics to it throughout the week. And when we start the show, we don't really know what we're gonna focus on and what we're gonna start with. But that is like a nice like little reserve of ideas for us to go with. But I don't know. I feel like we usually start with like whatever's like hot and really like something that you're very eager to get to.
Yeah, well, like first and foremost, I think your worst nightmare was us starting the show right before I got laid off, because now I have nothing else to do but think about the show. So I just message you about 700 times every single day. And like 3 hours goes by and you're like, I guess I'll just respond to him now. Hopefully it's not a long one.
Dude, I kind of like it. It reminds me a little bit of being in the, I don't know if you noticed, but I was in a rap group with a guy named Kato, an Asian guy. I don't know if I've talked about this on a show before, but he was way more into the rap group than I was. And so it kind of gives me like those type of feelings where I'm like, oh fuck, like it's just a matter of time till Shorts realizes I'm not pulling my weight. He asked me.
No, dude, we've talked about this a lot. Like, I've got way too much time on my hands, and you don't have nearly enough. Shit, I think I just skipped out trying to pull up a video. Are we still live?
Yeah.
Are we okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So I said I'm perfectly comfortable carrying the load for a little while.
Gross.
A little while, not all the while. but yeah. And you and I both have things that we're good at and bad at. I'm bad at certain things, and
Well, I feel like as soon as you get a job, that's when shit's gonna change. That's when you're
for sure.
get, like super obsessive about pleasing your masters, and that's when it's gonna be time for me to step up. But fuck it, whatever. We're where we are. We're here now, and I'm happy with things, and you are too. Shouts to the Patreon subscribers. We've gotten a lot, dude. I'm pleasantly surprised with how much support we've had so far. And this week we created a new tier, new and tier for the quote unquote P1s of the show, right?
Yeah, the big time P1s.
Yeah. Because I think the first week we started the Patreon, we gave a shout out to everybody who was subscribing. And then the week after, it was like, oh, it's going to be like a shitty listen if we just name randos for 7 minutes straight. But I think this week we open up that tier. We gotta honor the shout outs and
yeah, I'll do that in just a sec. I just wanted to say when we got our first $8 and tier. We should have just called it the and tiers, but I didn't want to desecrate your legacy
just for us, because
that was
and tier is.
But
I used to work at the station. That's who Ann Tier is.
Yeah, she was a great lady. We'd actually written a response because we thought Matt Dodson was going to be the only person to subscribe for $8.
Yeah.
He was the first one, so we wrote down. We just want to give a special shout out to all the people who signed up for the new tier. Thank you, Matt Dodson. But shout outs to Matt Dodson, Dave Izzle, Ernesto Ladon, Benjamin Ward, Support the Men in Blue, and Brendan Cooney, as much as it kills me to say that one.
Yeah, dude. Matt Dotson, man, he's a pretty big fan of the show so far. He texts me every week. He's like, dude, I love when you fucking talk shit about this. I love this and that. He was really into radio and he wanted to work in radio. And I think he really appreciates how I warned him how it's a terrible industry and he doesn't want to be involved. But he still, he still has those radio aspirations and shit. So he sent me this audio that he cut up that I wanted to share with you. Let me play it real quick.
Welcoming to the CNO show right now, promoting a new rebranding of TNA Wrestling. Out there still doing it, still going strong. You got to be 45 years old now?
I am 45.
Wow, Mick Foley joins the show. Welcome so much. Thank you so much for having me. Jesus, I can't talk to a living legend here. How awesome is this? Mick Foley, guys.
That was personally sent to me by Matt Dotson, which I appreciate, man, because that is.
Did we play that on the test run that we never aired?
I think so, but
yeah, it was either that or the first episode. I can't remember which, but yeah,
I think you might be right. But what I appreciate is that is the first piece of audio that's going into the new soundboard that we're going to be using on the show. I think that those type of quick pieces of audio kind of really will take our shows to the next level. So yeah. Now be pulling that one up.
We had talked about this, but do we need an actual soundboard? Can we just use what we have in front of us right now?
No, we can just use what we have in front of us.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it works. It makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, shouts to Matt Dotson. Good dude. Guy that you hated until last week, I guess.
I didn't hate him. Don't say I hated him. I just thought he had stinky breath.
No, dude, no.
And it bugged me how he said all the time.
Yeah, that was it. I remember you used to listen to the Rodcast when I would do it with him and Dukes, and you didn't hate Dotson, but yeah, you had this weird hang up about him because he had this verbal crutch that you just couldn't get past.
Well, yeah, I mean every other sentence you'd go. We all have crutches. I mean,
yeah, Yeah.
Some of us, it's worse than others.
Welcoming to the CNO show right now, promoting a new rebranding of TNA Wrestling. Out there still doing it, still going strong. You got to be like, what, 45 years old now?
I am 45.
Wow, Mick Foley joins the show. Welcome so much. Thank you so much for having me. Jesus, I can't talk to a living legend here. How awesome is this? Mick Foley, guys.
Is that the worst introduction of all time, or what?
So yeah, shouts to Dotson for subscribing. Shouts to Cooney for subscribing. Our buddy from back home. Check out his podcast, 10 Minutes of Schaub, where he just dissects Brennan Schaub every week. Shouts to Dave Izzle, big supporter of me and this show and you and I for a while.
You had to sell me on Dave Izzle.
Yeah.
I was a little bit I was kind of confused because he had said something in that Reddit AMA that I did that we talked about last week.
Yeah.
And I was like, is this guy trying to get me fired from a job I don't even have?
Yeah, he said something like extra woke to you. And
Yeah.
I had to convince you that he was joking. Yeah, he's a fun
Yeah. I'm sure you were right.
He's been supported for a while, and yeah, man. Shouts to everybody else on that list, man. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, let's go ahead and start the show. I don't know what you want to start with. We did get a recommendation, a suggestion for a topic that we should include in the show, and I know that everyone's favorite bit that we do on this show is to talk about inside radio and just reveal deep, dark, hidden away secrets from our time at 106.7 The Fan, which I think should be a regular staple of the show.
Yeah, for sure.
I haven't figured out if it'd be better to include that as a Patreon exclusive or what, because that seems to be what everybody loves the most.
Yeah, I mean, I've thought about that too. I think we should just let it happen organically, and wherever it happens, it happens. But another haunting thought I thought about. Was
Welcome. Thank you so much for having. You're welcoming me and.
Was that we have a limited amount of stories to tell. I mean, there's a lot of them. Obviously, we've worked for the radio station, both of us, for a long time. Obviously, me more than you. Unfortunate for me, but
can we talk about? No, never mind. Go ahead.
No, I mean, go ahead.
No, I look. I know that you have just recently been let go of your job at the station, and you're hesitant to go buck wild and just let everything loose because for your own reasons. I don't know if we can address that or bring it up. We don't have to if you don't want to. Okay, we won't. Anyways, as you were saying, there are stories that we have, but a limited amount of stories. But I mean, dude, honestly, man, I think I have 50 plus funny stories from working at the station. Just that I've experienced. And I can think off the top of my head 10 of yours.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have a better memory of my stories than I do, honestly.
Maybe.
You probably do. One of the ideas we were mucking about, was when we used to play naked basketball.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Which is insane. I mean, it's crazy.
I know, man. I know. I mean, if you think about it, the only job I'd had up until I was 24 was Famous Dave's. I worked at Famous Dave's from 16 to 20, off and on. I worked at TGI Fridays. I worked at Chicken Out. I worked at a bunch of different food establishments.
Chicken Out was silly.
Chicken Out was silly, dude. It's no longer R.I.P. But yeah, so the station was my first the station was my first experience at a corporate level, you know. So like, you know, I remember when I first started working there, I was like, damn, like let me you know, be professional. Let me be serious. Let me fucking. I didn't wear a suit and tie, but I would try to like, you know, be as professional as I could, be as respectful as I could.
Did I talk about what Mike Wise said to me that I still hate him for? But honestly, he was right.
No, I'd love to hear it though.
We were making fun of you for not him and me. Obviously, I didn't.
Wait, you guys were making fun of me?
I didn't hang with Mike Wise. No, I think it was Dukes and I about how you were dressing up every day. And then Mike goes, "Oh, are you serious? This is why he's going to surpass you in the corporate ladder." I was like, well, I guess the egg's on my face.
Did he really say that?
He did, yeah. Fucking piece of shit.
That's so funny. Yeah, that was probably when I started. When I got the assistant to the program director job, and I started like dressing up, you know, fucking not suit and tie, but like fucking, you know, maybe a button down, khaki, shit like that. Cause like I was on the fucking corporate side of things, but before that, when I was a producer for LeVar and Dukes, like. I would wear my fucking t-shirts and my fucking tight diesel, you know, studded jeans, and at nighttime, like it was so funny because like, you know, during the day I would try to be as professional as possible, but like when when COB came and it was fucking everybody went home,
them pants came off.
Yeah, so, I don't know. I mean. You were really the only person who got naked, fully naked.
I don't know if that's true.
Okay, well.
Here's how I remember it. So, you know, up in the old Duke's office, there was like a basketball hoop. It was
the Big O and Duke's office turned into the Dukes and Drab office.
Yeah, and it was like a 6-foot hoop. It wasn't, if that. But we used to just shoot Jays all day long in there. And,
yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome.
And Fairfax was such a zoo. I mean, like, really, that's when we left there, that's when everything went south. And not for these reasons, but just for other reasons. What?
Did you say when I left?
No, we were fine after you left.
Okay.
No, I mean, when we left Fairfax. No, I'm just kidding. But what we would do is basically drink up in the Big O and Duke's office for like 7 hours straight.
Yeah.
And then I would like pass out on the couch somewhere, sleep it off, and then go home, shower, come back to work.
Wait, but you totally skipped through like what we would, how.
No, I know. I'm getting there.
Okay. All right.
I'm getting there. So one night Dukes had this idea to have a dunk contest. Again, it's just this tiny, flimsy hoop.
Yeah.
So we're all just like trying out our best stuff, like trying 360 windmill dunks with a tiny basketball into a tiny hoop. And we all just kept trying to one up each other.
Yeah.
There were like no official rules. It was just basically whoever got the most laughs won.
That's true. Yeah.
And
I mean, because like, after you.
Oh shit! Lost Othman. You there?
No,
I either lost you or you lost me. You back?
No, I'm here. What are you talking about?
Well, it said you were disconnected for a second there.
No,
it's fine. Don't worry.
Why did
it's fine.
Just like that? But anyways,
because you got disconnected.
Yeah, dude. After like a bunch of fucking windmills and like you said, 360s, you got to get creative, dude. Like you got to just come up with something else. And,
well, somebody took their shirt off. I think it was like Bo.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly who did what, but somebody took their shirt off. And I was like, it's like improv classes. It's like escalating tiers of comedy. Once somebody takes their shirt off, there's only one way to go. You got to take it off.
You have a history of like using your body for comedy. Like, I didn't know you during these times, but like I've seen pictures of you at West Virginia with the blue Speedo. You know,
And my
I think
big fat back. Yeah, I know that picture.
I think I've seen you in high school.
By the way, that's a great reminder that I should remove all those photos from Facebook.
I think I've seen you in high school doing bits like that. So like you were no stranger to like kind of taking things as far as they need to go.
Yeah, and so I guess my grand idea, and to build the element of surprise, I'm so glad my poor dad has to listen to me and watch me on TV right now.
Is he watching you?
Talking about this. Yeah, he is.
Oh God, dude, you're way too close to the parents.
Yeah. I would argue you're not close enough to yours. But he, I realized there was only one way to go, but the element of surprise was important, right?
Yeah.
So I went out into the hallway and disrobed.
Yeah.
And then after like letting 30 seconds build up, they were like, "Did George just leave?
Yeah. What is this guy? What is he gonna do?
Has he left?
Someone call him." Yeah.
And I just came sprinting in, bare ass fucking naked, no shoes, no socks, no underwear, no shirt, my tiny little dinghy hanging out. And I just did like a monster jam. That's all it took. It was over.
Exploded.
Call it off. It's over.
It was over. I mean, how do you top that? Can you imagine if like freaking Devin Booker in the NBA dunk contest just
took its clothes
went into the locker room? And everyone's like, "What the fuck? Did he just quit? Like what?"
He does like I almost passed out laughing.
What happened to him?
He does like you remember when Paul Pierce came back in the wheelchair in the playoffs in like 2009?
Yeah.
And it turns out later that he really just shit his pants, but he was fine. Yeah. But if he just came out in a wheelchair with his fucking clothes on, people would still be like, "Yeah, there's Paul Pierce."
Dude, it's like WWE meets the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Meets like fucking
meets the WNBA.
xvideos.com. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you ran out there, dude, and like there's a difference between being naked for shock value and for the element of surprise, and then there's being naked and having or seemingly having no shame in it and just fucking owning it, which, you know, I can only, when I think about that,
I've done both.
Like, you know, the dudes in Jackass and shit like that, like I'm sure they're self-conscious, or I don't know, maybe Steve-O and those guys, Chris Pontius, aren't self-conscious, but like,
it's hard to be full nude.
Yeah, but they pull it off like, I don't give a fuck. Like, here's my dick. It's what I was born
Here
with.
it is.
Whatever. And
here's
that's
my little
what you
thingy.
with, man. You just
party boy. Yeah. Remember we interviewed Chris Pontius on the old CNO show?
Yeah. You threw down that volleyball and you were just like, boom, here's my dick.
Look at this.
Yeah. And yeah, man, I think once you did that, it was like, all right, then naked basketball is now a thing. And that's just what we got to do.
Well, remember Bear, who was awesome, by the way. He's one of my favorite people I've ever worked with around.
Bear,
whatever.
the engineer at the station. Yeah.
Yeah.
Black dude
Bear.
Who does music and shit.
He was like 5'1".
Yeah.
But he knew BJJ or something like that. He was always talking about kicking people's asses. You didn't remember that?
No.
Dude, he was like a martial arts expert.
Okay, I'm sure.
I'm telling you, that's what he said.
All right.
Anyways, so it was Bear's job to review the surveillance or security tapes every day when he got into work. Yeah. He came up to me in the office and he goes, "Show us, baby. You got to stop taking your clothes off." He had to sit there and watch butt-ass blue shorts fucking dunking a naked basketball.
Poor Bear, man.
I know, poor guy, dude. Yeah, he was great.
This guy asked, do you guys ever plan on doing this in the same space? That would kill. I mean, dude, I think 10800 Main Street is now like a fucking like real estate building or
I drove by there
mortgage
yesterday,
like
actually.
that.
I
But
drove
it'd be
by there
hilarious
yesterday.
if we just
It's
broke into
completely
offices.
empty.
And we're just like, make it basketball.
Remember that old old building owner Bob, and he goes, he doesn't like to be on the air. Remember,
Oh, shit,
remember
I forgot
Bob?
about that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he just never invested any money into repairing anything in the building, including the garage.
Yeah.
And so
yeah.
I think it's just been sitting there empty for like 5 years.
Dude, you know, it would be interesting to do like a tour of that building now that it's like, I don't know, if it's empty, it'd be pretty interesting.
It'd be like going into like it'd be like those videos you find on YouTube of like people searching like old malls in the dark.
Yeah.
You know, they're like haunted and spooky and shit. There's like trees growing in the middle of them. Yeah, Ogre Smash. He clarified his question, by the way. I thought that's what he was asking. He means, are you guys going to do the podcast in the same place?
What does that mean? Like do the podcast from the station?
No. Jesus Christ.
Dude, tonight,
No, he's
Friday
saying, are
night's
we going to do the
always like
podcast together in the same room?
Oh, yeah, definitely, dude. Yeah, we should.
Yeah, we want to. We've talked about that, but
we've been talking
it's not
about. We have a couple of guests lined up for the show. I think after episode 10, we'll probably like start leaning into that.
Yeah.
Actually, I meant to tell you, dude, and I meant to tell the listeners, like, I don't know if I told them about this, but I've been trying to reach out to the movie, Angel's brother.
Yeah. You talked about it last week on the show, and you said that like you thought he was blowing you off.
Yeah, dude, because like he's a little, I don't want to use the word emotional, but he is.
You said stupid. He's an idiot.
Shut the fuck up, dude. We're trying to get him on the show.
No, I'm just
like
kidding.
Hot and cold is what I was.
Just kidding. He's not stupid, and you didn't say that.
So he like it'll be this, you'll never know what'll set him off or what'll like fucking get him to write you off forever. So like he and I went from like texting.
So he's like you.
Yeah, that's true. He and I went from like texting every week and doing shtick to like him completely like ending any correspondence and just not responding to any texts and so I was worried. I was like, fuck, man, I said something or did something that pissed him off, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I had like you and Brendan reach out to him.
Yeah, I left a voicemail for him.
Yeah,
I was like, hey,
nice.
this is short. I was like drunk at like 2 a.m. I was like, oh, this is short. Remember I used to be the man. I just wanted to know if you're still going to talk to Oathman again.
That's what you said, dude?
It was something like that.
That's not what we agreed to. But anyways,
whatever it was.
I fucking, I was like,
Gives a
fuck,
shit.
man, I don't know what to do, dude. Like, because I like the movie, and ideally I'd like to get him, to come on the show and like maybe every once in a while come on the show because I know people think he's funny. He is funny, but so I hit him up on Twitter because I saw him tweeting about like Angel Reese and the fucking LSU Iowa women's basketball.
Oh yeah, he loves women's college basketball, dude.
Yeah,
remember he used to. Who was that girl that he used to love? Skylar Diggins.
Skylar Diggins, man, she's the sexiest bitch.
She was hot.
Yeah, of course she was hot, but like,
yeah,
Anyways,
Skylar Diggins.
And I was like, "Yo, dude, why are you ghosting me? Like, what's going on?" And he's like, "Nah, dog, I got a new iPhone and I don't got my contacts synced up yet." And so like apparently he's just getting texts and calls from people,
ignoring all of them.
Yeah. And he's like, "My bad, dog. No, I ain't ignoring you." And so
my bad, dog. I thought you were the IRS. I thought you were the tax collector, man. Sorry.
So like I don't want to scare him off. I don't want to be like, "Yo, will you come on the show now that I got a hold of you?" But eventually, like, I'm gonna throw that in there, and we're gonna get him on the show. I think it'd be great to get him and Drab. Like, I know a lot of people in the AMA, so they want to get Drab.
Yeah, we definitely want to do in-persons for guests for sure. So whatever we got to do for that, we're gonna have to get mics, obviously, like in person, like real mics, at least 3, and a camera, obviously, that can catch everything.
Also, I wanted to bring that up, dude. I like my buddy Bob. He hit me up and he was like, "Yo, like." He saw the new tier, the new big sillies tier for
the end tier,
and he was like, "I don't really think that's going to get you guys like the money you need to, really step the show up." And while I agree, I told him that we're super cautious about like sounding too money hungry on the show because that's not really like. Eventually it'd be cool to have like this be maybe a main source of income or something like that. But for now, it's like I just want people to check it out, and I don't want to sound like we're like super money hungry, and that's
we don't want to be greedy. I mean, we obviously respect everybody spending $5, $8, whatever they want to spend. That's why we made the 2 different tiers, and the only difference between those 2 tiers, by the way. The $5 and the $8 is the $8 gets you a shout out on the show every week, which that's cool. And I totally understand. Obviously, as somebody who just got laid off and money's tight, I've had to tighten the purse strings. That it's not easy for everybody to give a lot of money, but some people have it, and if they want to give a little more, that's why we created that second tier so that they can. But we're also kind of, I don't know, leery. What's the word? I always get those 2 confused about, just asking people for too much at one time. And like you said, being money hungry. Like, there's different things we can do with the Patreon. There's all these dumb tutorials about Patreon where you can like ask people, like set a goal. Say you need, let's say you need $1,000 to get all the studio equipment you need, which is probably roughly pretty close. And you set a goal, and then people help you reach it, but it just feels kind of
it feels slimy. And, I don't know, dude. Like, for me, honestly, like, just the fact that we're telling these fucking stories and people get a kick out of it and like text us about it and fucking DM us about it and shit. That as gay as this sounds, sorry, I don't want to get you fired from your non-existent job.
I've said gay 700 times on this show already.
I like that. That is like pretty cool to me. So like if people,
there's nothing wrong with being gay, by the way. Let me just say that it's fine. It just happens to be gay. What we're talking.
So, but anyways, that being said, like, we are using this money to reinvest in the podcast. Shorts just got a new camera. I don't know if you guys can tell. I got to get a computer. I got to get a mic. I got to get all that shit. But
a mic Sprouse.
Due time. We're on episode 5 right now, and we will get there. But let's get back. Let's get back to. I think you brought up another story, another station story that you wanted to talk about.
Well, before we do that, I want to give a shout out to my dad, Dado, OG number 1, wearing the mustache tonight in honor of him.
Nice.
He's my top dog in life, and
I wish you told me, man. I would have trimmed this down a little bit and got the the handlebar going at least or something.
No, it's cool. You're honoring your dad. I'm honoring mine.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. It's just a bad joke. It didn't make any sense.
No, but shouts to Dado. Shouts to Mamo.
Yeah, happy birthday, Dado.
Oh shit, it's his birthday?
Yeah. He's 30 years older than me. I'm 35, I think. Is that bad when you start forgetting how old you are?
No, dude. I forget how old I am all the time.
When I go to the doctors and shit like that, they're like, "How old are you?" I'm like, I think 35. I'm pretty sure.
Somewhere around there.
Here's my ID. Can you do the math? I'm not good at math either.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know if you're gonna ask me this, but is there anything pressing that you wanted to talk about? Anything? Should we talk about the Bobby Lee thing? Or
Yeah, we should definitely do that. And also, just while we're on the Dado topic, last week I was hanging out at my parents' house,
right?
and I was taking a nap, and you know, because that's what you do when you're unemployed. You've got nothing better to do.
Yeah, dude. Jessica, my wife, asked me. She's like, sometimes I'll be like,
That short story.
what should I talk about on the show today? You know, like just curious, like what she'll say, and she'll throw out topics, and most of the time they're really bad. Like,
she's a great lady.
Yeah, no, she's great, but like she was like, well, you know, you could talk about Zoe's birthday is next weekend. And we could talk about like what we're doing for a theme. And
oh my God, can you imagine? What the fuck?
Like, yeah, it's all right. It's a good one. But she was like, you could talk about shorts and like what he's doing now that he doesn't have a job. Pretty good topic, actually.
Yeah, that is a good topic. Yeah,
but I know what you're doing. You're fucking and you are on one.
Yeah,
two,
you
three
keep
movies.
cutting out, dude. You cut out again.
Dude, it's not my internet, man. It's yours.
I'm telling you, you switch sides.
Okay, well, you're on
Whatever. It doesn't matter.
You're on 1, 2, 3 movies.
IDM. It doesn't matter. Join us on Patreon.
What are you doing now that you don't have a job?
You know, a lot of naps.
Like, give me a rundown of your day to day.
Updating my resume about 1,400 times.
On like monster.com or
yeah, all that shit, dude. Just taking guesses and then taking swings, taking cuts in the cage, as they say.
Okay.
Then second guessing every single thing that I do, fixing it, revising it, trying to find new skills that I can get better at. Shout outs to Danny Rouillet.
Nice.
Yeah, I keep busy. Trust me.
Really?
I mean, I don't want to get specific, but I'll speak in general. Health insurance companies fucking stink. And to anybody listening who's ever been laid off, you know what I'm talking about. They fucking stink.
Wow,
you pay into them for fucking years, like way too much money.
Yeah.
And then they just fuck you at every single turn.
Did something happen? What happened?
Won't get into specifics.
Dude, get into specifics, man.
I cannot get into specifics.
All right.
But I can remind you 50 more times if you like. But somebody I knew once, their insurance ran out before they thought it would.
Yeah.
Because it turns out that the contract they were reading was a little bit confusing in the wording.
Okay. All right.
And
most contracts are confusing.
Yeah, and that same friend of mine went to apply for went for a physical. He weighed in at 225, by the way.
Damn, dude. Good for you, man.
It's not me.
People might say that's still fat, but
no, it's not me. It's a guy I know.
Okay, all right. Good for him, though, dude.
So
that's
so good for him.
Less than what he used to weigh like 2 months ago.
Yeah, and so this same friend of mine, he went to get a refill for, I think he told me 90 days for his crazy pills.
Okay. Yeah.
Right before what he thought was the cutoff.
Yeah.
For his insurance. And the insurance
what?
The insurance let's say they pussyfooted around is what he told me. until it expired. And so his prescriptions did not end up getting filled, even though he met the deadline.
Well, I mean, your prescription still gets filled. They just don't cover it the same way they would. Like from
Right.
if you have,
That's just from
like
hearsay
$11
for what I
a gallon,
hear.
it's like
Yeah.
$290.
Yeah.
So they were like, "Oh, you owe us $300."
I think he said it was something like that. Yeah.
Okay. So did said friend is he taking a break from his crazy pills? Is he still on them?
He told me he's going to have to in about a month and a half.
Okay. All right.
But he also said he was trying to get like a 3-month prescription.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. 90-day supply.
So yeah, he's got about a month and a half to find
Yeah, dude. Health insurance.
new
is
insurance.
Like, yeah, man. It's confusing and it's like, yeah, it's frustrating to deal with for sure. But I mean, for that you can just. I mean, this is boring, but you can just use GoodRx. It's an app that like just gives you the same type of discount you would get for having health insurance. Anyways, fuck it. So I'm sorry about your friend. I'm sorry he's dealing with that shit.
Yeah, I'll let him know you said that. He's going to
yeah.
care a lot about that.
Yeah. But how's the job hunt going?
It's going.
Are you trying to find like a writer job or like what do you
Well, I'm kind of balancing like 3 different plates.
Yeah.
In terms of, I don't want to do a disservice to any of those 3 people helping me out. So I kind of want to get like the full picture of what I have in front of me.
Yeah.
And I don't want to rush it per se, but there are certain factors that could rush things along. So, I just need to be careful and be diligent. And I'm trying to. But I've got time to do things right.
All right. That's what's up. Noah asked what I'm drinking. It's a silly. You guys see it? It's a little Classico margarita.
Oh, silly.
Yeah, I get it from Safeway. Dude, Friday is the only night that I drink.
Why don't you talk about your drinking problem?
Dude, can we ever talked about like how I went last year without drinking?
Yeah, briefly. I mean, that was, dude, kudos. That was nuts.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Well, it wasn't my idea. But anyways, yeah, dude, I went dude, honestly, when COVID hit, man, like I think that a lot of people who like enjoy drinking went from like casually drinking maybe like 3 to 4 or 5 times a week to like fucking every day, like
because there was nothing else to do, and it was so depressing being locked inside at all times.
Yeah, dude. For sure.
I mean, honestly, never mind. I'm not gonna get into it.
I'm gonna be straight up. You gotta be straight up. But
well, it's just fucking bullshit that we weren't allowed to leave our goddamn homes. I mean, how fucking stupid did that end up being?
Yeah. It was weird, but like, so before COVID hit, dude, I was doing the Rodcast. I was probably drinking the most I'd ever drank before. Like I was probably drinking like a handle or 2 of like vodka and whiskey a week. Like,
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say a day. I was like, damn.
No, not a day, but like,
yeah,
dude. I remember
some of us can attain greatness.
But dude, I wouldn't drink it like I wouldn't drink like whiskey by itself, or I wouldn't drink. I just convinced myself that it wasn't like I wasn't crazy alcoholic because I would make like fancy old fashions, or I'd make fancy like Moscow mules, and I would
always
just go
hated those.
through-
I don't like root beer and drinks or whatever, ginger beer, whatever it is in the Moscow Mule.
Yeah, Moscow mules are good, dude. Why are you hating?
I don't know. I hate Moscow.
But dude, like I
Fucking America.
but
Pussy.
yeah, dude, I would drink like I would put like 3 or 4 shots of vodka in the Moscow Mule and like more of that, more whiskey and old fashions, and dude, it just led to like, and then when fucking COVID hit, it was like a free for all, dude. Like you didn't really have to wait till 5 p.m. Like you could like cut the line and fucking start at like 3:30, or like, if it's a really slow day, like you could have a cocktail at fucking 11, on a Friday. And dude, I feel like I'm not the only one who like is watching this who experienced this, but like
No, definitely not.
I honestly feel like
I think it was pretty
ramped up with,
like widespread, like you said.
Yeah.
But then it was
So-
like, oh fuck, half of America has a drinking problem now. How are we going to curtail this?
And dude, you remember like fucking ABC was one of the only stores that remained open throughout all of COVID. Like it was,
It's an accident, right?
I know, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So so it was weird, man. Like I feel like COVID like forced me to confront the fact that like I was drinking too much, and it was gonna get worse. And so so I took a whole year off of drinking.
Respect.
So now I'm like at a point where like I only drink like once a week.
And you didn't even lose any weight. What a shame.
I know, man. Fuck off. But I know. I was like, man, I'm gonna fucking get butt skinny. Like I'm gonna lose so much weight, man.
You
But,
just started drinking Diet Cokes all the time.
yeah, man.
Hey, dude. Anybody who drinks a Diet Coke over a Pepsi is stupid.
Did you go to the gym this week, by the way?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You did?
Today's Friday, so I went Monday, Tuesday, I think.
All right, good for you.
Not great, but it's
something,
better than nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, I went 0 times. I told myself I would go once this week, but I did not.
Well, you fucked Bob and Thomas last week.
Yeah, the week. Yeah.
Not to be
You know
confused
what
with
it is,
Bob
man?
Thomas, proprietor of Wendy's.
You know what it is? Like I remember when.
Is there a fucking motorcycle rally outside your house? What is that noise?
That's the dishwasher. And a motorcycle rally. But when I was in shape, like I remember that I would go to the gym and I would be confident in the fact that I was there. You know what I mean? Like it was like I was like one of the people that it was part of my tribe. And now I feel like
Easy.
now I feel like I am
There's one upstairs.
I haven't
Just kidding.
I haven't regularly gone to the gym in like a very long time, and I'm probably 60 pounds overweight, and being fat in the gym, I don't know why, but it's fucking embarrassing.
I don't think you're as overweight as you think you are. I think you've got like a weird body dysmorphia. Like I think we're around the same weight.
No, dude.
And I feel so fat. Like look at my face. Look at all of that fucking fat.
Dude, if we're just going by numbers, I weigh 25 more pounds than you do.
Yeah, but I really think that's just like bad eating. and you could shed that.
I know it is.
Lightning
but
fast.
Is that body dysmorphia? No, that's real.
Yeah, but we look like the same size. My mom was asking me today. Yeah, Dave Thomas, not Bob Thomas.
What was she asking you?
Yeah, thanks for the peanut gallery.
We'll get into that in the Patreon episode. Yeah, we got more Radio Inside Skinny for the Patreon.
Can we break now? I mean, I just don't want to break again later. We got to get a flow going again. And I hate the breaks. Like, I think it's the right structure for us, but I hate the breaks.
I know, me too.
I'd much rather just like keep fucking going, but it's the only way we can do it.
We get a decent amount of views for this episode. It's usually like around like 200, 220 or something like that.
Like 300, yeah.
But yeah, I wish we could just like easily like transition to just click a button. But
well, I don't want to transition.
Shut up.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about Dylan Mulvaney or whoever it is when we come back.
Dylan Mulvaney. But no, what were you saying? What does your mom say?
Oh, she was asking me how tall you are. She goes, "Is he taller than you?" And I go, "Yeah, he's a little taller, but like he has hair." So yeah. I go, that like adds like an extra 6 or 7 inches.
Yeah, man. Dude, no, so you know how like my friend's mom died?
Yeah, sorry, dude. That sucks.
Thanks, man. But so
by the way, guys, just for everybody watching, I know we're professionals. No, I'm just kidding. But when we talk about stuff on the show, we've probably talked about it 100 times behind the scenes, and that pretty much goes for everything. I mean, Othello and I are fucking best boys.
Yeah.
So, you know, sometimes we'll play it off like I'm just hearing it for the first time, but it doesn't mean that I don't like him or don't care about him. I do.
Thanks, man.
Pussy.
So, yeah. So, close. So my friend's mom died. One of my best friend's moms died. She was like a second mom to me. Oh, Reggie, silly. Reggie's in the house. But so like, yeah, so it sucks, dude. Like, she had lung cancer. I know this isn't fun to listen to.
Was she a smoker?
Nah, dude. She used to do like bike marathons.
So she got lung cancer from like secondhand smoke?
Nah, dude. I think people just get cancer sometimes from random ass shit. Like she was super healthy, but she got lung cancer like 4 years ago, and Doug's in here and he's not commenting.
Asshole. Piece of shit.
Yeah, so she got lung cancer 4 years ago, and you know, she fought it tooth and nail and shit, but last Saturday she passed. And she, like I said, she was like, I was, you know, growing up, like she was the second mom. I was very close to her, and she is, you know, she so they're having the memorial for her, the funeral for her on Friday, and it's going to be like when I say she was like beloved, like everybody at my friend's school like knew her or had something to say about her passing. So these are the people I went to middle school with and like sort of knew in high school and shit like that. So Cutter is having like my friend Cutter he's having a kind of unconventional memorial for her where it's going to be at a park. They're going to do like a hike and just like fucking kumbaya, like tell stories about her and shit like that. And, you know, so they said like bring blankets or chairs or whatever. So all I can think about, I mean, I know this is like very like self-absorbed and fucking not the right thing to think about, But all I can think about is like, man, this is like a middle school / like 9th, 10th grade early reunion. And I'm going to have to hike in front of all these people that I went to middle school with. And I'm 50 pounds overweight. And I'm going to be sweating. It's going to be hot. It's supposed to be like 81 degrees.
I mean, you and I have talked about that 1,000 times. Like, I hate running into people from high school.
Yeah.
And,
except when we were in shape. When we were in shape, it was like,
yeah.
yo, what's up? I'm buff now.
Dude, at one of my friend's weddings a couple of years ago, and I was already with my fiance at the time, but I saw a girl there that I was like wildly obsessed with in high school. And I didn't say one word to her the entire time because I was so paranoid about being a big fat Harrington. And so I just stared at her from across the room like a creep. Yeah, it was so creepy.
I mean, dude, like Brendan said he's not. My friend Brendan said he's not going because he's in LA and they got shit they're doing. My friend Rafi said he's not going.
Well, you guys all saw her recently too, right? I mean,
yeah. But dude, I know it's like not the right thing to think about because it's like a fucking memorial. It's basically a funeral. But yeah, dude, I'm just like, fuck, man. Like people are gonna fucking, judge me, and they're gonna be like, oh, look at this dude, man, fucking big fat waist, like we thought he'd be. And I don't know, man. I told myself last week, I was like, yo, go to the fucking gym, dude. Start fucking trying. And I couldn't do it, man. I don't know why, man. I even woke
you need
up.
My mom in your ear, dude.
What's that?
My mom will just grill me nonstop, and she'll be like, just go to the fucking gym. Go for a walk. Just do something.
Yeah, no, she's right, man. She's right.
I mean, that's how it starts. It always starts with baby steps, and you feel like such a fat piece of shit when you start.
Yeah.
And then you get going, and you're like, oh, I'm getting a little better. I'm walking a little further.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. No, I know. It's just a matter of starting, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's so weird, like being on like because growing up and throughout high school and early in my 20s, like I never went to the gym, and it was like not even a thought. And then I went heavy into the gym, 23 to, I don't know, maybe 27. And then, now I am where I'm at. It's so weird, like
Big fat Harrington.
being in both those stages throughout your life. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's like a gift and a curse. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when I was in shape, I was like, a part of me started like judging people who didn't go to the gym. And I'd be like, dude, come on, man, fucking get it together, Even
this
though,
is what we were talking about a couple weeks ago. I said I don't judge those people anymore. Like we're like the big fat Harringtons that walk into the gym. I don't like because I've been on both sides of it now. I go, dude, fucking good for you. Like in your head. Remember, I almost said that crazy thing to that one guy where I was like, in my head, I was like, go up to him and be like, dude, you're doing a great job. I was where you were a couple months ago because I just come up with crazy shit in my head. And I go, like 5 minutes goes by and I go, oh, thank God I didn't say that. I would have looked like an asshole.
Yeah, dude. It's weird because like I remember going from being the guy that's judged in the gym to being the guy that's judging in the gym to now being the guy that's judged again, and Doug makes a great point. Like maybe a Peloton would get me started, and it's probably too expensive. I had a treadmill in the basement, and I used it like.
I don't want to hear any more about working out from Doug. He sent enough boring ass fucking videos of him walking on a treadmill.
Oh, yeah, fuck that guy.
Fuck you, Doug.
I mean,
fuck off.
One of the people watching us live, I appreciate that. Like, don't fucking gloat when we're fucking talking to you.
He's such a gloater, dude.
And you know, I mean, we're in a fucking chat group with Doug. Dude, should we start a Discord? We should start a Discord, right?
I don't want to take on that insurmountable task because it seems so hard. I don't know what the fuck it is. I've tried looking at it. I joined a Discord for when you made me buy all those fucking Bitcoins or whatever.
Yeah.
I could not figure it out. I'm just too old and dumb. I can't do it.
Yeah, we are old and dumb. That's true.
I'm on the Discord hill to die on. Hey, dude, let's break. But I just wanted to say, and we're gonna hop on the Patreon. It's 10:30 right now. So I would say the Patreon exclusive episode will come up at about midnight. It takes a little while to upload all the audio and the video and stuff. I mean, it really does take some time.
Dude, can you tease it? Can you
do
you have a story you want to tell?
Oh yeah, but I just wanted to say to you personally, man, that if you want, if you want me to come with you on Friday, I will. Just I'm a texter, a call away. You're never going to call me ever.
Do you mean that?
No, I do. Of course.
I might hold you to it.
That's fine.
All right.
What the fuck else am I doing?
I'm sized.
I'm always there for you, dude. Just so I can say it for the public, because I don't know, like people think this is like a fake friendship that we have for some reason. It's definitely not.
No, I get sized. Yeah,
we're boys for real, and I'm there for you, dude, anytime you need it. And like I told you last week, I said if you need to cancel a show, you can cancel a show. I mean, we'll figure the rest out later, but.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, dude. I appreciate that, and I might ask you to actually come with me because it'll make me feel better.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, shouts to Noah Engel, support. Yeah. So, dude, what's a good tease for the Patreon?
I want to talk about getting into blowout arguments with Chad Dukes because this is something that people never really hear about.
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, I did hear him take his shots. And tonight, I think for the most part they were good natured, but they pisses me off. They come from a place of resentment. And I think that he tends to pick on me instead of you because he knows I'm a softer target. And that fucking bugs the shit out of me.
What do you mean softer target? Because
he wants you. He has he fucking loves you, dude. He loves you.
Why would anybody love me?
I know. That's what I keep telling everybody.
I mean, I was gonna say I want to talk about OnlyFans, but yeah, that's a good.
We can talk about both. We got a bunch of topics we still got to get to, but we're wildly over time right now. So if you guys aren't subscribed to the Patreon, find the link on Othello's Twitter at OthelloBT, and we'll meet you guys on the other side.
Peace.